Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you from Los Angeles, California on a Sunday night, man. Hope everyone is doing well. We had the NFL playoffs today. We had some Major League Baseball news today. We had the Lakers stinking it up again today. But today, a.k.a. tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, don't want to offend nobody, we are here to talk some Los Angeles Dodgers baseball. Most importantly, today's signing of one Tanner Scott. Now, for those who have been following the show, whether you just watched all of them or checked in from time to time, you know that's a name that we have talked often here on Empire Jeff TV. I've been telling you guys since pretty much the beginning of last season that whether it be via trade or when he is a free agent, that Tanner Scott would be becoming a Los Angeles Dodger. And here we are. Told you about the same thing a year ago that Roki Sasaki would be a Los Angeles Dodger. And here we are. Told y'all around the same time last year that Blake Snell would be a Los Angeles Dodger. And here we are. No one is this on point by accident. And I'm just trying to tell you, man, maybe finally y'all going to start listening to me when it comes to this. And the Dodgers, who I usually say after these moves are pretty much done. Are pretty much not done. Stay tuned. There's more. The Dodgers are indeed pretty much done here. Now, they do have to kind of get their own house in order here. Kike will be returning. They'll be bringing him back. Kershaw will be returning. They'll be bringing him back. Look for that to happen at or around spring training time. Immediately sign Kershaw, put him on the 60-day DL, open up 5 more slots, slide Kike in there, etc. So these things are going to happen. These are kind of like the small house cleaning duties for the Dodgers, but they will happen. And the two dominoes who I probably, I think in the last show was saying it's kind of a two-part deal here, that when you got Roki, it probably means you get Tanner Scott. If you didn't get Roki, then you were probably going to go and sign a starter, which meant that money that would have been allocated towards Tanner Scott would be used on a starter. But they got Roki, that 6.5 mil minor league deal, and there's that money to sign Tanner Scott and the Dodgers. If you guys were on that show on Thursday night, I told you guys I had got a text. The Dodgers were stepping up their efforts. They had 2 other pending deals in place. And from what I understand, the information that I got was that the Dodgers had set a weekend deadline for Tanner Scott. I thought this might go down tonight. It went down this morning. But when I laid my head down last night to go into La La Land there, I went to sleep fairly confident that today we were going to get Tanner Scott, and we got him. Just like I said early in the week, I was fairly confident that we would have Roki Sasaki on Friday or Saturday. While I did not have any intel on Roki, I did have intel that the Dodgers were looking to get a decision from Scott by the weekend. They got both. They're both signed, sealed, delivered, and probably so is the next Los Angeles Dodgers championship. Now, when you talk about this offseason, I thought about just doing a Tanner Scott show, but I can't really do that because Tanner Scott really is kind of the culmination and kind of like the cherry on top or the bow at the top of the package here. He put the bow on it. This was the final stamp of approval of the offseason. This was the final blow, the grand finale, if you will. And you could kind of rope Roki and Tanner Scott in together here. And once they got those 2 guys, the Dodgers pretty much can pop the champagne bottle again like they just won a championship, celebrate their offseason, look back, and Andrew Friedman can probably get a nice little 7 to 10 day vacation here prior to spring training because we're like a month away from spring training or less, right? They won the World Series. They've been buried in off-season ever since. Seems like no days off. And I got to tell you, as a content creator, thank you. Thank you. You know, in the NBA, you get to like the dog days of summer. You get into that late July, early August, like that post-summer league stretch where there's just not anything to talk about. Content creators got to make up content, like pull content out of their ass. Like there's nothing to really talk about. It's throwaway content. It's trash, right? But here, the Dodgers gave us actual content through the entire offseason. I mean, we're still here. It's January 19th. And this is a marquee free agent signing after a potential generational talent signing on Friday. Like, this is incredible. This doesn't happen in any other sport. Baseball is life right now, and the Dodgers run LA. They run LA, they run the city, and they're probably going to run the sport for years to come. And all because Andrew Friedman, the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, from ownership to assistant GMs to minor league managers to scouts to development guys to hitting coaches, to pitching coaches, to bullpen coaches, to the damn parking attendants who sometimes can be jerks. But all of them, top to bottom. God bless y'all, man. God bless y'all, because you guys are giving the fans of Los Angeles exactly what they need right now. I've never seen a team like this in any individual sport. Like, not an individualist player, but in any. I've never seen a team like this in the NBA. I've never seen a team like this in the NFL. I've never seen a team like this in baseball. I've never seen a team that came off a championship and stacked like this. A lot of times teams get that win and they let coaches go or they let players go. They got the chip. And not all teams make a ton of money in chip years. So they're like, we're going to live off this chip for 4 or 5 years financially and go collect back for this. The Dodgers just double, quadruple down on here, double, triple, quadruple down here, and just continuing to stack players on top of it. And what I keep saying, and what I will continue to keep saying every single offseason, is that when anyone said that they'll never pay that much for a reliever, they'll never pay Teoscar that much, they're not going to pay Blake Snell, they're not going to pay. They're paying this, they're paying that, they're paying this. We have to change our thinking, because that $680 million in deferred money that Shohei Ohtani gifted the Dodgers has to be treated with respect. When he came in and got that deal for $700 million, he then walked into the office and sat down and said, you know what? I think I'm going to defer $680 million of this, and we can go into every year making sure not only do we compete, but we dominate. Shohei not only chose the Dodgers, he chose to give the Dodgers a golden ticket every offseason and every trade deadline. Shohei did that. And I was on with Joe earlier on the Lakers Fast Break channel doing Dodgers Fast Pitch. If you guys didn't see that, it was an incredible video. Go check that out. Great work that Joe's doing over there with that. Had a great time over there, man. He told a story, almost fell out, lost sight there for a minute. It was incredible. But the thing I keep saying is, you look at any dynasty, you look at any major run in any major sport, you look at any dynasty that any baseball team has ever had in the last 100 years, none of them had Shohei Ohtani. None of them had Shohei Ohtani, and none of them had Shohei Ohtani deferring $680 million. So the team every single year could go stack in the event that teams that they beat decide to go stack. You know, that anything you can do, I could do better. I could do anything better than you. That's exactly what the Dodgers have done. Okay, Mets, you got Juan Soto. That's cute. That's adorable. You got the shuffle. You got the shuffle. Now we got the guy that's going to shut that shuffle down. Let me go get Tanner Scott. Let me go ahead and let me go get Roki Sasaki, the young gun. Let me bring in Blake Snell, another lefty. On top of our already dominant bullpen. And a rotation that's coming back. Here's the thing that I think, another thing that people aren't really talking about. The Dodgers' average age in that rotation is like 28 years old. And that's the average age of when a player goes into its prime. So when you look at the Dodgers rotation, it's a rotation in prime. The average age is 28 years old. You got some younger, you got some older. But that is a prime rotation that the Dodgers have right now. I've never seen a rotation like this at all, let alone a rotation that goes with an offense like this, that goes with a bullpen like this, that goes with a bench like this, that goes with a minor league system like this, that goes with an organization like this. And we're going to talk about the organization because the organization itself has become the destination. They've built something here that will join, that players want to get to, that players want to be part of. It's like the baseball Disneyland. They want to be here, take pictures, bring their families. They want to be here because the way the Dodgers organization treats players and their families, down from when they first sign them from another country or out of high school, all the way up through the minors. And you're visiting. If you're visiting the clubhouse, the Dodgers are rebuilding that clubhouse to be a grade A state-of-the-art visitors clubhouse. That visitors clubhouse is going to be better than most Major League Baseball's home clubhouse. It's going to have an executive chef in the visiting clubhouse. They are showing visitors how it's done. And when they come into the visiting clubhouse, they get to see how players are treated in LA. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. This is marketing at its best. You've cornered Major League Baseball. You've cornered the market. You've cornered Japan. And now you're about to corner winning. And this is, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. They're talking about, people are out there talking about change the rules, change this, change that. And I want to talk about this because I mentioned this on Joe's show earlier. And I don't think this gets enough pub. I don't think enough people are talking about this. The term luxury tax is kind of funny to me because I'm going to break this down for you. It's a luxury tax. That luxury tax is supposed to be used to smaller market teams who take money from teams who overspend, to take that money and apply it towards their organization and their franchise for what you see as it be the product on the field. These owners are taking this luxury tax money and going to spend it on luxury items. They're not spending it on their ball clubs. I keep saying they keep paying it for yachts. They keep paying it for anything else they want to pay it for. Well, they're not putting it towards their teams, which is what luxury tax is for. The Los Angeles Dodgers, when it's all said and done, are probably going to be spending upwards of $400 million in luxury tax this coming season, roughly. How much of that $400 million is actually going to make it into the hand of other players on other teams? How many? How many? How many yachts? How many properties? How much in gambling, et cetera, is that money really going to be used for? Versus being used for what it's supposed to be used for. So if you're not going to use your own money, Mr. Billionaire, and you're not going to use the free money you get from the Dodgers, Mr. Billionaire, then you need to tell your fans to shut all the way the F up because they're crying to the wrong people. They're crying to the wrong people. And this Dodger team, you notice there's no owners coming out crying about it. There's no owner crying about it because the owners are pocketing free money. Do you think that the Miami Marlins are upset when the Dodgers come in for a 3 or 4 game series and sell out their stadium? Do you think that owner's upset? No. No. Do you think the Pittsburgh Pirates are upset? No. No. They're not. Do you think the Tampa Bay Rays are upset? No. They're not. Teams who make and spend no money are not upset when a juggernaut comes in and sells out their stadium. Did you see this game last year when the Dodgers went in and faced Cincinnati and Cincinnati stocked and stacked their merchandise and their clubhouse stores or whatever you want to call it, their clothing booths with Dodger gear, with Ohtani gear. They were making money off Dodger jerseys when the Dodgers were playing their team. They were. So no one in Major League Baseball, no real team is out there crying about it because the owners are pocketing and making money as well. They're making money. Teams in the NL West who play the Dodgers the most are probably going to get bigger TV deals because of this. Just is what it is. So you notice there's no real owners out here throwing tantrums over this. There's no one really crying over this. There's no one making a really big deal over this. There's not. And for anyone who says, oh, well, enjoy this till 2026 when the CBA expires, does that mean these deals expire? Does Shohei Ohtani's contract suddenly go away? Does it? Does Mookie Betts' contract get voided? Does Yamamoto's get voided? Does it change that we got Roki Sasaki? Does it? Does it? No, it doesn't. It does not. So understand when I tell you this, that there is nothing you can do about it. Nothing. The owners are pocketing the money. It's free money. They're not tripping. So these fan bases mad at the Dodgers need to apply pressure to their own owners because the money that the Dodgers are spoon feeding them with are never touching players that touch your field. It's not happening. This is not a problem for the Dodgers. It's not our problem. It's your problem. Make it your owner's problem and leave us alone. Let us just go win right off into the sunset. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are not like us. It's built different out here. This team is built different, and get used to it. And the Yankee dynasty was one thing in the 90s to the early 2000s. They were incredible. This is going to hit different because that team did not have Shohei Ohtani. Derek Jeter is my favorite player of all time. That Yankee team did not have Shohei Ohtani. And I'm just telling you guys, be ready. Because this is going to be something like we've never, ever seen before. Excuse me one second. Had myself a day today, man. Had myself a day. Was up early, was out. Got the news of Tanner Scott. Came back, did the show with Joe. So hyped. When there's ever something pretty big, my family got a tradition. We go out to dinner, we celebrate. Big Dodger news, big Dodger wins. We went out tonight. I got a little too excited, messed around, spent like 4 G's on furniture tonight. Got to redeck the whole living room, man. I'm going to be watching games all year, man. I need to switch it up. I'll be doing shows from this new living room, right? Had a nice dinner, spent time with the family, had a great show earlier with Joe, pulled up here to do this with you guys tonight, man. Incredible day, incredible weekend for the Dodgers, man, which means an incredible weekend for me and my family. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Once again, I'm Empire Jeff. This is EmpireJeffTV. This is live on a Sunday night. I appreciate you guys again for checking in. We've got so far, drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Appreciate everyone over on Twitter X right now, rocking heavy, as well as on YouTube. We got over 100 people on YouTube. We're pushing about 80 people on Twitter X right now. That will continue to climb. as the show goes on. So I hope everyone had a great weekend, great Sunday. Let me know how your football teams did. I saw the Rams kind of couldn't pull it off in the snow. I saw the Bills took care of the Baltimore Ravens again. Lamar just can't seem to get that done. The Lakers did Laker things tonight, and but this is a good weekend otherwise. It's a good weekend otherwise, man. The Dodgers, I hope you guys are prepared for what is coming. And I hope you guys are locked in as early as pitchers and catchers reporting early next month in Arizona, because this is going to be locked in as locked in gets. I mean, I keep trying to find a reason to go back to basketball. I did 2 or 3 shows. They did well. Everyone was happy that I was back in basketball, but my heart is on the diamond. My heart is in baseball right now, man. It is fulfilling. It was rewarding. It is joyful. It just feels like love, right? I'm having way too much joy and fun covering baseball. Covering basketball feels like I'm going to the dentist. It does. I cannot tell you what covering baseball feels like I'm going to, but it's great. All right. And I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. And I know you guys will be too. So let me ask you guys a question in the chat. I haven't got to your chats yet. I'm going to do my best to catch up to them. There's a lot building up here. I apologize. I'm going on about 20 minutes here of talking, so I'll do my best to catch up as fast as possible. But I want to know, let me know in the chat what your favorite signing of the offseason was, or extension. Was it the signing of Blake Snell? Was it the extension of Tommy Edman? Was it, I know it's not Conforto. We can leave that out. Was it the re-signing of Teoscar Hernandez? Was it the signing of the re-signing of Blake Trinan? Was it the signing of Roki Sasaki or the signing of Tanner Scott? What was your favorite move that the Dodgers did this offseason? I know how heavy and excited everyone was for Teo, so I'm pretty sure that Teo's name is going to ring out. But I'm very curious to see who your favorite one was. You got to pick one. You got to pick one. Let me know. Let me know. I'm very curious to see who you guys are choosing with that here. And quick update here. I checked into a few people. On Joe's show earlier, I told you guys the Boston situation and the Chicago situation. I have triple confirmed that this is the case. Boston was willing to stretch it to $80 million if and only if they were able to pair Tanner Scott with Alex Bregman. They were going to overpay a little bit for Scott, to get Bregman. So that report out there that Boston offered more, while is not 100% untrue, it's not true. There was no contract offered. It was, if we get Bregman, we're going to give you 80, but there was no real deal other than that. The Cubs, I heard, had offered in the low 60s and never really picked up steam. After that, early on in the process, it was the floor for Tanner Scott. It was 4 years, $60 million. And apparently the Cubs were that $60 million. Cubs upped it a little bit. The Dodgers blew past that. The Red Sox blew way past that, but did not offer a contract unless they got Bregman. And that's where we stood. And that's exactly what happened. The Red Sox were trying to do what the Dodgers did. They're like, okay, but the Dodgers ended up with Roki and Tanner Scott, where the Red Sox were, okay, look, if we're getting Bregman after getting Bellinger, after getting Crochet, we're turning a corner here. Like this is becoming like budding ALCS-ish, right? If you get Bregman after what you already did, now you add Tanner Scott to that, already having Chapman, who's older, but you got a righty, you got that, not righty, but you got that bullpen piece along with this one. Then you're looking at, okay, they could do something now, but they were not able to secure Bregman. He's still out there. The Dodgers gave a weekend deadline. Scott had to move on. So the reports of another team offered more is not entirely accurate. The Cubs did make an offer and were ready to submit a contract, but it was in the low 60s. And Boston had never reached that stage because Bregman has yet to commit. And I think that Bregman, to me, he just fits in Detroit, man. I just see Detroit being, I know there's some other teams linked there, but Detroit just makes a lot of sense for Bregman. Are they going to pay, though? I think he kind of overplayed his market a little bit. I think the money he turned down, the long-term money he turned down, I think there's going to be a point where he almost regrets that, but we're going to have to wait and see. But that's kind of how that all went down. And I had some really good intel on Tanner Scott. Had great intel on Teo. I had great intel on the Blake Snell one. I probably had the best intel on. But Tanner Scott, I have been fairly convinced once Adames was out, because I know the Dodgers had real interest in him. That was real. But once Adames realized it wasn't going to come cheap or wasn't going to come at a discount and wasn't going to come at deferral, the Dodgers quickly pivoted away from that. But I was confident that it was going to be a shortstop or a dominant pen piece. And here's a dominant pen piece. And oh my God. Oh my God. This is incredible, y'all. This is absolutely incredible. And we are weeks away from spring training where we get to enjoy this absolutely out the gates. We got Mr. Joe Soro, Ox 1947. It's Dodger baseball time. Absolutely. Again, shout out to Joe, everyone over on Laker Fast Break. Make sure to take time to go check out the video that Joe did earlier. I took a small role on that show today. Joe's show over there. Go check it out. Really, really good show they did today, man. Manimal says, what's good, Empire Jeff? Excited for the Dodgers season. We stacked. Jeff, I am watching your stream with my 5 girlfriends, Rose, Ava, Lucinda, Bianca, and Susana. They said hello to you. Appreciate you and all of them. Showtime LA says, is the Hae-Sung Kim dream dead? Still don't want Mookie playing shortstop. You know what's funny? It's funny you said that, because in all my talking about all these guys we got, I keep forgetting we got Kim. I just keep forgetting we got him. It's like it's not sticking in my mind that we got Kim. And I don't know what that's going to become, but that was still a huge get from a perspective of a lot of teams wanted him. And I keep forgetting that we got him. And that's crazy. That's crazy. And we got him for roughly $4 million a year. Just insanity. Insanity. Like, this is craziness, right? So I'm very curious to see what he brings to the table. Hawk Dream. They're going to test Mookie out at shortstop. I'm still not convinced that's happening. I'm still not convinced. Search, what's going on, brother? Search, appreciate you as always. One Peruvian guy, what's going on? LA for life. What's good, fam? Love this team so much. LA all day, factuals. I love this team so damn much. It's not even funny, man. I don't want Mookie at shortstop, but we'll see how it goes. I'm still not convinced. What's going on, Craig? Appreciate you, bro. Our bullpen is nasty. 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 I thought Lincoln Riley said USC ran LA. That's funny. That's funny. Search. Oh, Search. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Too soon, brother. Too soon. Too soon, Search. I seen a lot of crying today. Yeah, man. I saw a lot of crying from Padre fans. Saw a lot of crying from everyone. But you know what? City of LA crying too, because the Lakers are making us cry, man. So it is what it is. It goes around. Dodgers are rolling in glory. Facts, man. Facts. No, man. That was a good singer to search. Mr. Classic. Dodgers too elite for Major League Baseball. They are crazy. Are we in Japan yet? Right? Basically, man. Basically. Damn, I can't wait for spring training. Me either, man. Dynasty time. Indeed. Indeed. Rams over, Lakers over, Dodgers coming. Dodgers still king of LA. This is true. This is true. What's that? Lou Bob trade? Who on the roster do they trade? Not enough spots. There are enough spots because Tanner Scott gets to 40 now. And like I said, Roki Sasaki does not take up a spot on the 40-man roster. They are at 40 now. Once they sign Scott, they have not officially signed him. Once they sign him, he gets to 40. When they get to spring training, they will do something. They will, DFA someone. They'll make a trade. They'll add Kershaw. That'll open up 5 more slots and by immediately putting him on the disabled list. And then they'll bring back Kike. I'm convinced of that. And it all comes down to really seeing what they do with Chris Taylor here. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do. I find it hard to believe they're going to DFA him. The Dodgers aren't really in the business of just throwing players away who they have a history with. So I'm not convinced that he's gone. But there may be another move. Maybe they do like a trade that's 2 for 1. Maybe they move someone out of there, 2 guys to bring in 1. But they're going to have at least 2 probably months before they got to figure that out once they get to spring training. Let's see. Showtime LA says, King Jeff, we never doubted you again. Hey, appreciate you. Look, I spent a lot of time talking baseball, not necessarily online. I started doing that a little over a year ago. But as far as talking, going to a lot of games, building relationships, networking for well over a decade. And once I started covering it, I had all these resources and group chats and people that I go grab a beer with or go grab lunch with over the years that cover the sport that I've built relationships with. And it's all different levels, in the game, out the game, people that cover the game, people that are formally in the game, current agents, former agents. Like there's a lot of people. It was a lot easier to link up with baseball people than it was with basketball people. I've got some pretty decent basketball people too, but not to the level of what I have in baseball. And it's an honor and a privilege. And the fact that they trust me with intel and conversations of behind the scenes, I've never burned them. Most of the intel I get is my own that I reach out to them for confirmation on. And sometimes I reach out to them for something I'm kind of putting together and they haven't even looked into it. Then they check into it and they're like, yo, you're right. There's legs to this. And they're like, how'd you know? I go, it's just something I, picked up on. And sometimes I actually give them intel and they're in the industry. How crazy is that? Right? I'm an analyst through and through. I see things that a lot of people don't see. I recognize things. I read into things. My mind picks up on things when I'm not even looking for it. You know what I mean? It's just really weird. And sometimes I pick up on something and I reach out for confirmation, or I overhear something or someone else I'm talking to and kind of piece it together, and it just becomes reality. And a lot of the things that happened, I had no intel on Roki. I had none. But I had a pretty good intuition on that. I had no intel on Ohtani, but I had a lot of intuition on that. I had a lot of intel on Yamamoto. I had a lot of intel on Blake Snell, Teoscar, Glasnow. If people could read between the lines, I need to stop. Right? Let's see. Bridget says Dodgers killing it so hard. Other fan bases want to protest their own owners. Forget other fan bases, other sports fan bases bandwagoning to the Dodgers. Let's see. Dodgers equal Globetrotters, 2019's Washington Generals. I'm joking, but a dime dropper was talking mad-ish tonight after the Laker game. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, look, he's a Clipper fan, and the Lakers went in there and stunk it up today. And Dime Dropper is a Clipper fan first, but he does cover the Lakers as well. And Dime's free to do whatever the hell he wants to right now, man, with everything he's going through. He ain't gonna get no pushback from me. I'm not too mad about Dodgers getting Sasaki. I mean, I don't know. Anyone could be mad at it, right? I mean, everyone had a chance. He chose a destination. He chose a situation. Look, if you're with the company or a school or something, and you're given a free trip somewhere, essentially, and it's whether it's on a boat, whether it's on a plane, when you go to walk on the boat or the plane, and they tell you get to pick your seat, and you got first class, you got business class, you got coach, you got whatever it is. They got other things on ships, whatever it is. If they give you a chance to pick top tier, you're going to pick top tier. Now, if they tell you where you have to go, a la a trade, then you're going to go where they send you. But if you have a chance to choose where you want to go, and there's someone down in coach say, yo, come over here, we got this, we got that. And you got someone in first class saying, excuse me, please follow me, come over here. This is what you're entitled to, yada, yada. I don't really care who you are. 9 times out of 10, you're going to choose that first class spot, especially if you've never had it. And it's as simple as that. It's not as simple as, oh, the Dodgers get anyone, they're cheating. No. No. That was a weird face. It's not sure I've ever made that face before. But it's really as simple as picking the destination that you want to be in that you've never been to, and you have the chance and you got invited and you want to be part of something special. It's that simple. Oh, no. I mean, they'll be all right. They'll win some games, but they're not winning a World Series. Nope. Dodgers stacked. Game over. Any team that's betting on the health of Corey Seager again for a full year, good luck with that. Dodgers offseason was way more interesting than the Rams and Lakers combined. Genie Bus sell the Lakers to Guggenheim. It's not going to happen in the near future, guys. What an offseason indeed. Let's get that championship now. What's going on, Aaron? Only if LeBron did that. Busy Brown, what's going on, Busy Brown? Imagine that Lakers and Guggenheim. Sheesh. Yeah, so they already have, more than a quarter ownership of the Lakers. They just don't have controlling interest of them. So, like I said, no time soon. Lakers would be stacked. Facts. What's going on, Miguel? Hey, Jeff, I still feel like the Dodgers are not done. If Friedman does not want to do trades in July, they're done for the foreseeable future. And he had said, it depends, if you take him at his word or not. He had said this season that he didn't want to do trades anymore at the deadline, where prices go higher on prospects and things like this. Where things go high on prospects and times are overpriced. You're competing with trade markets. The Dodgers and Friedman said he was basically going to do all of his spending this offseason because they want to continue to build their farm system. Lucky is running amok over here again. 1 second. Sorry, trying to get Lucky under control here. So outside of that, like maybe something happens, but I think the only time something happens with the Dodgers come to trade deadline is like maybe something on the margins, or if there's like a really like nasty injury, or if someone is just massively underperforming. So outside of that, I don't really foresee anything major unless something really bad happens, and that's someone's grossly underperforming or someone got hurt for an extended period of time. That the Dodgers feel they have to replace for that season. So outside of that, I think that the majority of the work is done, but who knows? Who knows? Good point, Jeff deferring. Yeah, I mean, everyone's tripping on that. Can't keep up with the Joneses. I mean, the Dodgers. Yep. Nando, what's going on? So who's getting traded? We'll see. We'll see. Freeman said, "Oh, you got Soto? Hold my beer." Facts. Bridges, man. Two-way Jeff, like Travis Hunter without the girl drama. Yeah, man. Two-way, man. Two-way. Imagine if we traded for Helsley. That'd be crazy, but I don't think that's happening. Only if Soto deferred, Mets would be stacked, but unfortunately, Soto can't. Yeah, Boris wasn't going to do that. He was more with setting records financially than on the field, right? And let them go get your bag, man. Get your bag, but don't complain. Don't cry. You got the richest owner in the sport who could have built something over there, but they don't got our organization nor our front office. LA Dodgers for life. What's going on, brother? No more fraud men. Joke's on me. He exceeded my expectations. Salute and respect to him for working his ass off. I've been watching baseball for some time, but never seen a team stack like this before. Friedman said, "Hold my beer." And this is big because my guy Lakers Dodgers for life has been even when the Dodgers win, he's still like, "Don't go fraudman on me." Okay, Dave, like he's coming around. And like I said, man, I even last year I was telling everyone, look what they just did. Flaherty, Kopech, all the stuff they were doing. They're like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And they finished it. And they doubled down. They're stacked here. So they're prepared for injuries. They're prepared for a lot of things, man. They're prepared for a lot of things here. What's going on? Eric Asen says each team gets $200 million from TV revenue each year. Yeah. And like I said, these guys are not spending their own money. That's not our fault nor our problem. Soto destroyed the Mets. Instead of cap, there should be a spending minimum. This is true. Every owner loves LA. This is true, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. Only if Soto deferred, Alonso and Santander would be on the Mets. Yep, and probably another pitcher. Pittsburgh will be getting a ton of money from our luxury tax bill. They will, Justin, but will they spend it? Will they spend it? Keep Skenes healthy for us when we come get him later on, okay? We also spent 40% of what the Mets spent this offseason. Joe Kelly made some great points on this today. You implement a salary cap that'll make more people go to the better teams even more. Yep, true. Thank you all for the great comments in the community. Absolutely, Serge, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. A bunch of people over on Twitter X rocking as well. Make sure to drop a like on the post, repost the post. You would be greatly appreciated. EmpireJeffTV on YouTube has 132 people rocking strong right now. Make sure to follow me on all socials at EmpireJeff_ on Twitter X, at EmpireJeffTV on IG, EmpireJeffTV here on YouTube, and at EmpireJeffTV on the dead now brought back to life TikTok, where I dropped the video today and got like 8,000 views on it today. So man, shout out to TikTok, shout out to everyone over on TikTok, as well as our Facebook community, EmpireJeffTV. A lot of ways to find me, a lot of ways to engage. Thank you for everyone who has followed me on all those platforms. So the small markets would be worse off. They would. Mets are for sure stuck with the Soto. They are. Benjamin Susan. Hope I didn't butcher that. Padres spent zero on free agency this offseason. Yep. And they're reducing payroll. They're going to have to trade Cease. They're probably going to have to trade Luis Ariz. They're probably going to have to let their bench people walk. Will they bring back Profar? They're in arbitration with Michael King. It's messy. It's messy. It's very messy. And we've been there. We've been there with the Guggenheim before the Guggenheim group when it was the McCourts. It was terrible. Cubs just want to break even every year. Yep. What's going on, Dre? Only one owner might be annoyed. Padres and Mariners have spent zero this offseason. Yeah, they got nothing to talk about. Just realize there's a lot of incompetence in front offices around the league. Facts. It's January 19th. Teams had since October to sign Tanner Scott. Yeah, but again, Tanner Scott, like Jack Flaherty, was waiting out the Roki Sasaki situation, and for a good reason. I didn't think this was realistically about a month ago, but apparently the Jack Flaherty situation was a legit chance if Roki didn't come. But so was Tanner Scott if Roki did, right? And that happened. So this is where we currently stand. But yes, you're absolutely right. They could have signed Tanner Scott, other teams, but Tanner Scott was searching out and waiting for this to happen. What about a Helsley trade? Jeff think it's possible. That's super pen. I don't think so. I don't think the Dodgers are. If the Dodgers were going to make a trade, they would have traded for Williams. They didn't do it. So I don't think that they're going to make a major trade here for a pen piece now that they got Scott. The Dodgers also have to look to re-sign Kopech at the end of next year. So the Dodgers, I think, are set from any type of move like that. Exactly. Tanner Scott could have signed on Halloween after the Dodgers won in the Bronx. Yep. Other teams just kissing the Dodgers ring. It's not just teams that don't spend. It's teams that spend but spend wrong. Incompetence. There's that too. Bang. But now he's ours. Yep. 95 watching, 16 likes. Yeah, get the likes up, y'all. Come on, man. You got Lucky 10 new jerseys too. Oh yeah. So Lucky's got, babe, how many? I think he's missed my wife. I think Lucky's got like 4 or 5 jerseys right now. We just got his Yamamoto one. So yeah, Lucky gonna be walking around like a Japanese pup. He's gonna have all the Japanese player jerseys. Mookie likes Lucky likes Mookie. Whenever Mookie's my favorite player, so whenever Mookie does something, I'm always like, Mookie effing bets, and he starts howling. So like, I think whenever he hears the word Mookie, there's a picture on my IG reel where Mookie gets a double and he's doing the thing on the bases, and Lucky jumps on the table and he's like watching Mookie on the TV. Like Mookie's his guy, just like mine. It's adorable. Let's see, buying good furniture is like buying a good mattress. Has to be done. Yeah, man. I got a great mattress, man. Let me tell you. Oh man, sleep like a baby. But say what you want. Dodgers did get lucky with Shohei deferring. If not for that, no chance we get all these guys. Oh, facts. That's what I'm saying. The Dodgers didn't even know that was happening. Shohei came into them after they agreed to the deal. And the Dodgers were like, we've been saying, hold my beer. The Dodgers was like, hold our keg. like you're going to do this for us. Watch what we do for you and the rest of this team. And boom, bang. This is exactly the Dodgers, shout out to Mims. They straight up said, bing, bong, and went and did their damn thing, man. So many streams. What's going on, Chilltown All-Star? Appreciate you. Eagles versus Chiefs again, Super Bowl 59. Might be. It might be. BC, what's going on, BC? That go Dodgers. Highest markup in retail is furniture. Oh, yeah. So for anyone don't know, man, you can negotiate way down on furniture. I got thousands off today because I know how to negotiate. I'm in the negotiation business. I use their own tactics against them. Got thousands off today. You should too. Trust me, you go, especially mattresses. If it's like, if you go, furniture is marked up majorly, but mattresses, if you go to a strictly a mattress store, oh man, grind down that price. Because trust me, you can. Yeah, BC, back to back. Facts. If retail didn't want to make me commit murder, I would invest in it. Yeah. Dodgers offseason is not a grade A. It's a S++ grade. Dodgers win the offseason and won, and no one is close. Yeah, man, Kellen, man. Young Yi, what's going on? Young, Snell, Teo, Sasaki, and Tanner. Yes, the best and gratifying offseason considering Dodgers just won the World Series and got better. That's just nuts. So you vote for Snell. I think we're getting to the point where I asked you guys the question. Yeah, Snell is a big one. My favorite off-season signing this year. Why can I not speak English all of a sudden? My favorite off-season. Let's try this again. What is going on? My favorite off-season signing this year was Snell. Am I the only one that struggles with saying what's on the screen here? What is it? Is that just got Jedi mind tricked? Was this like a code, like just got inserted into my damn brain? My favorite offseason signing this year was Snell. He would have really jacked me up if he would have said my favorite offseason signing this year was signing Snell. I probably would have fell out. I probably would have had a seizure or something. Jesus. It's not even that hard to read. What is going on? Get it together, Jeffrey. Holy man. Nuts. Wow. 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 Two-time Cy Young Award winner, Teo. Okay. All of them. Nah, you got to pick one. I would go out on a limb and say Ohtani is the biggest draw in all of sports. Money Ohtani is a generational player. What a damn shame he wasted 7 years in the AAA Angels. AAA Angels were so lucky to have him in LA's major league team. Yeah, man. Teoscar for me, followed by Snell. Scott is third. Sasaki with 6 years of team control for $6.5 million. That's big, man. Favorite signing got to be Blake Snell. Replace the bullpen game with one of the best starters in the league. Great take. Roki, another one for Roki. Chilton's house. My favorite signing is Blake Snell with Teo a close second. Blake will be a huge part of winning right away. He puts us over the edge. Yeah, man. It's like snowball effect, one after another. I did a post on TikTok earlier. I think I put it on here on YouTube and Twitter, as well as a reel or short, where I was like, yo, Dodgers, give us time to celebrate. We barely had time to have the Roki party. Now we're having the Tanner Scott party. We had the Teoscar party. Like, we had the Blake Snell party around with our families on Thanksgiving. Like, you couldn't have gave us like Monday or Tuesday to write this out with Tanner Scott. Like, Dodgers. It's crazy. Another for Blake Snell. Joe, as long as the Redskins beat the damn Bills, Pats fan here. Snell, then Sasaki, then Scott, then Teo, Edman, and Conforto. Kim don't even register. This is nuts. Like I said, I keep forgetting that Kim even happened. Dodgers kept winning. Our Lakers kept losing. Yeah, man. Sucks. So just a 5. Yeah, make sure to please support my guy Dime Dropper. He's got a GoFundMe on his own page. This is not my link. This is not a scam. You can go to his page and get the same link. Him and his family lost their home in the Palisades fires, as well as their family business. Dime is a great content creator, puts in the work, puts in the grind. Make sure to go support him if you guys have not done so already. I would greatly appreciate you. Where is Bregman going? I think Detroit has a chance, man. Detroit, what? I think Detroit has a chance. And I heard it was Wednesday, so 5 days ago. I heard 5 days ago that Bregman is Detroit's if they want him. How much do they want him? And what I mean by want him, do they want to pay him? And I think that Bregman, I guess what I'm saying, if the money was similar between Boston and Detroit, or Mets or Yankees or anyone, Toronto, which I don't think is real, anyone that's in on Bregman, all things considered, he would choose Detroit if the money was similar. Heard that Wednesday. So we'll see. Keep an eye on Detroit for Bregman. Buck Bregman. What's going on, Elias? Sorry, EJ. All the signings were equal. A+. Can't really compare one to the other. Let's freaking go. I mean, I get it. I just want to, see where everyone's at with it. But I get it. Bregman is waiting because Boris wants the money. That all those 17 Astros go with Hinch in the D. Yeah. And let them get smashed by the Yanks and Rangers. Willie Adames is regretting signing with the Giants. Nah, he got paid. Empire Jeff, hey, the Oracle. The Oracle. Bregman needs to stay in Houston so the Astros can somehow make it to one more World Series so the Dodgers can wax. So yeah, that ship has sailed, Joe. He's not going back to Houston. They moved on. He's done. That Christian Walker deal sealed his fate. Willie, you could have been the Dodgers shortstop, but you just had to choose the Giants. Pity you. Yeah, you went for the highest paid. Does Friedman get a statue now? He should. Kim and Roki are going to be good now, and they won't be expected to be the guys. Yep, facts. I would support you if let me mind sad of politics. Mookie will be fine at shortstop. Jenner won a bunch of World Series, being terrible defense at shortstop. I'm still not convinced that that Mookie is going to be the everyday shortstop. I'm still not convinced. Our favorite AI human bot mod Search. Yeah, I know Search is real, but it's hard to believe that he is with the incredible work that he does. I think the 40 man has the same number of Venezuelans as it does Japanese. You might be right. Let's see. Day one, remember? DFA Taylor. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see. I wouldn't be mad if he gets a statue. I wouldn't either, man. And Murataka will be next. Murakami. Yo, the Dodgers may need a third baseman next year. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. That could happen. That definitely could happen. How much is Kike asking for? I think he'll get a little bit more than he got last year. I would say Kike, I think he got $4 million last year. Right? Yes, I'm tripping. I think Kike gets probably maybe 5 or 6 mil. I think he gets a little bit more. I've been calling Roki 100. I love being right. I know my stuff. Yeah, man. I think everyone that didn't get thrown off by people creating news just to create news. No, it'd been known for like 2 years that the Dodgers had the inside track on him, and people were coming up with other narratives just to create content, right? But at the end of the day, the Dodgers laid the groundwork there way before anyone else. Intuition alone led me to believe strongly that the Dodgers were getting him. Jeff, I've been meaning to ask this. Any updates on the conditions of Charlie Steiner? No. I know he's battling cancer. I asked someone that in the World Series when they were holding up the signs, when they were the stand up to cancer ones, when the stadium gets quiet and everyone was holding it. And I saw that, several Dodger like executives and coaches had Charlie Steiner on there. And so around the World Series, I'd reached out, and what I got back is that's been kept very private. I don't know the latest on it. I'll try again, but I didn't get an update on that. They're keeping that very, pretty private. Let's see. Jack Jeezy, what's going on, man? Or Geezy. Sorry if I said that wrong. LO, I can't till opening day. I need my Dodger fix. I feel you, man. We all feel you. My new prediction is Ohtani will pitch a sub-2 ERA. Book it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That would be unfair. That would be totally unfair. Kike wants starter money. Nah, I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. Lou Bob is short for Louis Robert. Yeah, I take him to get Mookie off shortstop and put Edman at shortstop, and then I don't know what you do with Kim. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen now. Depends. 2026, the CBA will end. Who knows what will happen? But at the end of the day, it won't change what the Dodgers already have locked up, and it's not going to change drastically. Jeff, would you say this is the deepest team ever assembled? I would. Once the collective bargaining agreement expires and changes, a lot can change in MLB and stop the Dodgers. Well, they can't stop the Dodgers. It can stop how they operate moving forward. But Shohei's got a 10-year deal. Yamamoto signed long-term. Mookie signed long-term. They're going to have Roki forever now. They got Teo for several years. They got Blake Snell for several years. It's not going to stop this version of the Dodgers. BLA. That's funny. BLA. It's a tater salad. It's your boy. What's going on, tater salad? What's going on? The tragic hottie says, I need a destination wedding ASAP. Okay, it's getting weird. Dre says, I truly don't think everyone had a chance at Sasaki. He knew who he was going to go 2 years ago. Perks of having once-in-a-lifetime athlete with connections. Feels like Braun, Wade, Bosch. I can't hate it. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things you have to consider is there's a comfort level there. He's got Shohei. He's got Yamamoto. His agent represents several Dodger players. The Dodgers were over there laying the groundwork on him early. To him, it just always made the most sense to me, knowing that he's not going to be a free agent for at least 6 years, going through that process, seeing what other teams are like, asking questions, getting different feedbacks from these organizations, all made sense to me for why Roki did that. And now, he made his decision. I always felt that he had decided on the Dodgers. I felt like Roki was going around to see if another team could change his mind or see what other teams were like or what they were, had going on. I don't think he ever strongly considered picking another team, but he definitely wanted to see what was out there. And for that, I can't blame him for that. I want to run it. Mask beach bum. Yeah, it's getting weird now. Kike is next, man. We need Kike back. We do. He said the stash looking fresh tonight. Yeah, man, it's a long. I typically don't let my facial hair get this long, man. That's it. I've been kind of lazy, man. Been kind of lazy. Gotta hook it up. It's getting weird in the chat, bro. I gotta start reading these before I click on them now. Do you think they don't need more care for Kershaw and Kike anymore? No, they're gonna get both those guys back. I have no idea what's going on here. Let's see. I'm so glad you won't have to show Scott in the Padre uniform anymore. Yeah, this was the last one. This was kind of done with kind of like rubbing it in, but it was it's gonna be fun. I don't know what's going on here. Padres uniforms are so ugly. Great comments. Absolutely. As long as the Dodgers have their contracts locked in, there's not much a CBA can do to stop this run. Farm is stacked. The cycle continues. Exactly. Brandon, what's going on, Brandon? Do you think the Dodgers do not need Kershaw anymore? We are too stacked. All-star game every day. Going to be amazing. Need? No. Want to keep him and let him finish his legacy? Yes. Soto wanted all the cash now, so Mets ran out of money for no one. Yep. When the hell was Friedman a fraud? He's never been a fraud, but people, when they get frustrated, they come up with little nicknames and stuff like that. Yeah, but he's never been a fraud. That's for return. Posey gonna sign Papa Bond next. That's funny. Oh man. Tumet is a turtle. What happens to CT3? Richard, we're going to have to wait and see. I do not believe they will DFA him. I don't believe they will do that, but we'll wait and see. Soto doesn't want to help anyone but himself. His contract holds him back from competing with the Dodgers. Look at their rotation. Yeah, but he's a Boris client, man. And Boris almost forces you to, so Boris will not take on a client unless they meet the conditions of his organization, which is you take the highest dollar amount. Period. And he loves to have the highest AAV guy on his roster of players. And so now, if you're a player, I think you'd still prefer Shohei's money over Soto's because it's 10 years at $70 million a year. If you're young enough, if you get that deal at 26, then you have a chance and you're still, production, you can get an extension or you're going to opt out and add on to that. So I think like if I would probably take Shohei's money or deal above Soto's. Yeah, appreciate that. Let's see. Life Journey. What's going on, Life Journey? The shared revenue should be used it or lose it. That's fair. That's a great take. They should. Deferment or no deferment. A lot of it still counts to the CBT. The Mets just started their run of competence. Dodgers been in it for 15 years. Can't catch up in 3 years. This is true. Ohtani is smart. He deferred his pay for the team to go out and get all the players. Ohtani is a team player. Soto is selfish. Where the Mets have no more money for anyone. Well, they got money, but it doesn't mean they're going to use it wisely. BLA. Well, keep an eye on Vlad Guerrero and the Mets, man. That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Serious Drama said, why is your room intentionally blue? Well, because it kind of goes with the theme. There's something different, man. I was doing just a regular white light. When I cover the Dodgers, I do the blue light. And when I cover the Lakers, I do the purple light. So I guess the short answer to that, without coming off like sarcastic or condescending, just basically because I want to, is really what it is. I can change it to whatever color I want, but I'm covering the Dodgers, so I make it blue. That's really all it is. Nothing elaborate behind it. No, the Mets have a lot of money. They're just being, yeah. More than likely, bidding time to keep flexibility for Vladdy. Yep. That's what I was just talking about. Mets put all their eggs in one basket. Soto better win the World Series on his own. They'll get people. Haters will say we choked if we lose. They will say we bought a World Series if we win. Either way, doesn't matter. So let's just win everything. Facts. Facts. We don't care what people say. Dodgers gonna sell out every game. What do you think? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Angels spent over 245 million on Mr. Hollywood lifestyle. He only plays 60 games a year and calls baseball never a priority. Rendon, man. Lucky will have to be Ohtani's dog stand-in. Lucky is a great hitter. Don't question it. Lucky's the best, man. Ohtani already attained legendary status with Dodger fans. Facts. Favorite let's see. Snell is gonna win Cy Young. That would be crazy, right? Phoenix Layer One, what's going on, man? Appreciate you as always. Let's see. Man, I could not speak, bro. I just couldn't speak. Thank you for supporting Autistic Jeff. Yeah, man. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know. Pay Kershaw $5 million to retire. They're not going to do that. Baseball is dead now. Dodgers broke it. Brian Clark Gould. Nah, man. The Dodgers are saving baseball, man. It's going to force owners to spend. Other team stadiums are going to sell out. They're going to get TV deals. It's going to be incredible, man. Let's just face it. All Dodger fans can't wait for the season to start. Facts, Douglas. Facts. I mean, if you're a Dodger fan or even a Dodger hater, I don't understand how you say this is ruining baseball. Baseball is at its peak popularity that we have potentially ever seen in 30 years. I don't understand how anyone could say that this is killing baseball. I don't understand it at all. Soto be crying. He didn't defer all his bonuses. He wanted all his money now. Patriots and Boston sports teams are trash, he says. Soto be regretting he didn't. Okay, we see that. So glad Adamus chose SF. Yeah, man. No more Akami, low leverage, moderate power, and ridiculously high K rate in the NPB. Get him in that Dodger machine in that lineup, man, and we will see. I was going to drink beer mixed with hot sauce out of my shoe. If Roki didn't sign, I was confident. I was pretty confident. Robert's extension, 5 years, 35 million is reasonable. I think Dave gets a 3 or 4 year deal at between 5 and 8 million a year. Let's call it 6.5. I think it's below 30 that he gets. Just throwing it out there. I'm all for hating on the Giants because Adames is a top 10 shortstop. When the D-backs scored almost 50 runs than the Dodgers last year, there was definitely room for improvement offensively too, but I get why the focus this offseason has been pitching. I'm not worried about I'm really not worried about the Diamondbacks. Glasnow already has his extension too. Yep. Who wins a Cy Young first on this staff? Kevin Dodgers, Garretta. That's an excellent question. It would be the most insane thing we've ever seen if Ohtani comes back and wins Cy Young. But I'm going to go with Blake Snell. I'm going to tell you this. If Glasnow lasts an entire year, he's got a chance. And I think Yamamoto in year 2 has a chance to be filthy. So I'm going to say Blake Snell because he's already won 2. 26 mil per year places him further up that top 10 for his position. I know Seager and Trey are higher. Not many other players are. Yeah. AC is going to miss Jock. To a point, yeah, but they've added some guys and adding Corbin Burns and they have a good team, but they did not make the playoffs last year, and they can score runs. They go on hot stretches, but they also have a lot of bad losses. They do. I don't see Kim being a starter. I feel like we got to acquire a second baseman. I think they're going to start him. I think that's why he came here. They told him that. They told him basically they were going to trade Lux. And Kim won't cut it offensively this year. At least no time to him to figure out a pennant race. Well, they're going to give him a chance. Wonder what happened with Bobby Miller. I bet they gave him another shot in the rotation or in the pen. He has a chance. Ohtani 70 mil per year. Soto 51 per year. Yep. Kershaw is that one coworker who refuses to retire. It's like 75. Oh, that's funny, man. Jeff be flossing on us with the fresh gear all the time. That hat is fire. Hey, appreciate you, man. I got so many hats, y'all. So many hats, so many hoodies, so much Dodger gear. I got so much stuff I've never worn. I got a ton, man. I appreciate you though, because I take pride in my gear, man. I take pride in it. Let's see. How all the returning injured prospects, starting pitchers, Stone, Ryan, Hurt, Emmett will fit into Dodgers 2026 rotation. Dodgers may have to trade some of them. Yeah. And we'll have to wait and see. That's a year away, right? What's going on, Jose? Do the Dodgers make any trades? If they do make a trade, it may be to free up a roster spot. But I don't think anything major is going to come from it. Jeff, do you think Arenado was coming? That would be icing on the cake, says Brandon. Probably not. If the Dodgers decide to not DFA Taylor, then maybe there's something with that, but I don't think so. I don't. I would say there's probably maybe a 20% chance of that happening. That's probably being a little overzealous. Dodgers making all the other owners embarrassed. They be hating. I'm calling it now. Dodgers will three-peat. I think so too, man. I think so too. Have you seen that African pitcher Dodgers signed Joseph Dang, 6'9" at 96-18? Was that real? The guy from Sudan? Was that real? Was that real? I saw a couple things on it, but was that real? Did they really sign it? I thought that was a joke. Is that real? Any of the Dodgers 5 rotation starting pitchers can be the ace on any ML team. That's crazy. Dodgers pitchers will cannibalize each other for Cy Young votes. Kershaw while pitching in his 40s like Scherzer and Verlander. Maybe. Kershaw won't retire. He wants to stick around for the 3 rings for fun. Then the Dodgers going to pull the Donald Trump. You're fired. That'll be crazy. No, it's real. That's real. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to joke. So much stuff hits the internet. I saw that he was pitching in like a yard. Like the video I saw was like someone's like backyard or something. Like I was like, is this real? I'm not trying to be insensitive. I just really thought it was a joke. Okay, I'm all over the place today, man. I'm sorry, man. I blame Joe. He threw me for a massive curveball earlier on his show that I don't think I've been right ever since. I laughed so hard today, y'all. Like, you guys got to go back and watch that show Joe and I did. I laughed my whole ass off in that show, man. Joe hit me with a curveball, and I don't think I've been right all day since that. I'm falling apart just thinking about it. Shout out to Joe. I know Joe's been here. Joe, I know you were doing your show at the same time I was doing mine, so I didn't hit you to pull up because I know you were doing your show. But maybe tomorrow we can work something out and do something. Because I know I saw you were live. I didn't want to interfere with your number one obligation over there. But man, this is I thought that was a joke, bro. The African dude can be reincarnation of Randy Johnson. I am dead serious. I thought it was a joke, man. Because hey, what's going on, Xbox? Joseph sounds good. Okay, yeah. So I knew you had a show going. So Dodgers fast pitch with Joe Soro. Please support. Yeah, great show. Great show. We had I'm telling you, man. I don't think I've been right since that show earlier today, man. I was dying. I'm trying to learn baseball from Joe and Jeff. Humbly speaking, I think you got 2 great teachers. Is Dr. Dre going to open the game in Japan with another nice LA song? That would be crazy. Pay LeBron $5 million to retire. Here we go. Support Lakers fast break too. Absolutely. But yeah, what a day, what a night, what a weekend, what a time to be alive and be a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Amazing, man. This has just been amazing. That 2 games in Japan is going to be crazy. Chris woke me up at 3 a.m. for the first one last year, and I got up and I did that game, and I got to do it again this year. We got to do it, and I'm going to try to align my schedule to where I can take my behind to sleep after that game instead of going to work. I woke up at like 3 a.m. I went to bed at I was doing my show, and chat hustled me to get me up in the middle of the night. I went to bed at like 11:30 and woke up at 3. Then did a 10-hour. I finished that, went into work, did like a 10-hour shift, came home. Like, you gonna do game 2? I was like, hell no. I'm not doing game 2. Hell no, I'm not doing game 2. Let's see. Yeah, LA for life. Paul Skenes, man. I'm telling you. We got Tanner effing Scott. We did, Aaron. We did. I'm ready for spring training, as am I. Is Roki starting in Japan? I think they have to strongly consider it. He'll be pitching for sure. It's good to be a Dodgers fan right now. Golden era for sure. What's your ideal package for him if he became available? Who? Skenes? Oh, man, it will take every top prospect the Dodgers have, probably. Japan games against the Cubs, easy peasy lemon squeeze. Yeah, absolutely. That would take everything we have to get Paul Skenes, like everything. They probably want Roki too, and the Dodgers like, no. The Dodgers probably just wait to sign him. I'll just wait to sign him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Like just wait to sign him. Well, you don't got to gut your entire farm system, especially if you got guys that are just killing it already. You don't got to go crazy like that and gut everything. But who knows? We'll see, man. 54 likes on the video, pushing over 1,100 views already while live. So appreciate that. How many people we got on Twitter X right now? 130 people on Twitter X, over 100 people on YouTube. Incredible night, man. Incredible night to have a show. A lot of fun tonight. Let Skenes be a free agent. Exactly, Joe. Young says Friedman was getting tired of juggling batting practice with 1-year contracts. Now we get a closer for 4 years. Bullpen juggling. Yeah, sorry. Go Dodgers. We never getting Skenes. Does Pirates want to be relevant ever? Well, they can get him as a free agent. I'm not, I don't think he stays there long term. For no reason, and not win, So I think he definitely goes to free agency at some point. And he's from LA, he's from here. So we'll see. But it's gonna be a ride. And the Los Angeles Dodgers, man, have had themselves one hell of an offseason. And they're probably gonna have themselves one hell of a season again. And when they do, we are going to be absolutely here, loving every second of it, enjoying every second of it, living it up. And I never thought I'd see a resurgence of the Kobe Shaq Lakers in my life with one of my teams. Never thought we'd be that lucky twice. And here we are. Here we are. We're in the midst of what could potentially be one of the greatest runs in sports history of any sport. Pirates don't give a damn. They still want to cut payroll right now. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, man. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I definitely appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's been a fun weekend. It's been a blessing weekend for the Los Angeles Dodgers, for us, for the team, for the players, and got a whole other week, man, of getting to talk about it and enjoying it. So me and Joe definitely doing some shows. Looking forward to that. Like I said, I was going to hit him up to come on tonight, but I know he had a show going on. Didn't want to disturb that. So appreciate you guys as always. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Drop a like on the video on the way out. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. If you're watching the replay, let me know what you think in the comment section. We here, guys. We are here. And what's going to be the best eras of our life for baseball. Let's enjoy it. Let's live it up. Search, appreciate you, man. The best in the business, the best in the game, the God mod, the mod of gods, the mod father. Mr. Search and Destroy. I love you, brother. Appreciate you as always. Joseph, thank you for having me on the show earlier. Make sure to go check out that video. Dodgers Fast Pitch debut on Lakers Fast Break, hosted by Joe Soro, featuring myself. Completely unscripted, unprepared, unplanned show, which I feel are the best. Just rip and run, press record and go. The news happened. Joe hit me, said come through. I came through. We just ran with it. I feel we did a pretty good job. You guys should go check it out. But love you guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Enjoy the start of your week. Love y'all. Again, stay safe. Let's go, Dodgers. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.